Hi, I'm Rayanne,
And I'm Dwayne.
and we're at Inuki Engraving. We sell a lot of customized products in our shop. And today we're going to show you 5 of our most popular items and let you know how they're created using our laser engravers, our DTF printer, our sawgrass printer, and our various heat presses. So let's get right into it.
Our number one that we're starting with is drinkware.
So we do a lot of different drinkware, a lot of different materials. Right here you can see we have glass. We also have little sippy cups that are stainless steel, double vacuum sealed. We also do ceramic. So let's go through each one of those and we'll let you know what equipment we use, how we get it ready for engraving, I guess, and what is our most popular. So the first one we have here is glass. This is just a beer glass that we made for a wedding party. Glass is actually how we initially got into laser engraving. I began glass etching by hand over 10 years ago. So I would create my own templates, and then I would burn the surface of the glass with acid etching cream. So when I began to look into laser engraving, it was because I wanted to mass produce glasses because I got so busy etching by hand that I couldn't keep up anymore. So glass is where it all started. Here you can see this is a laser engraved cup with some of my Inukshuks and my drum dancers.
And this is just a wrap design that we kind of do, and just all Rand's hand drying. We kind of just put that together. It's just something unique and different. And then you can personalize it with your name. You can do whatever. When you personalize something, obviously it just adds so much more value to it. So that's one of our key things that we always keep in mind is not only with our designs, we want to personalize it to the person too, and that kind of makes it unique and different. So.
Yes, so as a custom shop, that is the biggest advantage that we have because we do everything in-house. And just laser engraving, again, opened up a lot of opportunities for us to not just work with glass and not be limited to the material that we're engraving. Yeah, so sublimation is a whole different technique to personalize drinkware. So while we were actually waiting for our lasers to be delivered, I started looking into how can I add color to drinkware and clothing and other things like that. So then I discovered sawgrass. So I ordered my first printer from Sawgrass. Sawgrass is a sublimation company. So sublimation is you print inks onto a certain paper, and then it's heated at 400 degrees once you put it on your template. And it's permanent, dishwasher safe, and again, you have other materials. So cups are one. We'll get into other materials that we use our sublimation printer for later in this video. So yeah, I think we kind of cover everything when it comes to drinkware. We have the glass, engraving, and then we can also offer our customers the option to have pictures or designs in color. So let's move on to number 2. All right, so our second product is custom apparel. That was also kind of another thing that we fell into. We didn't intend to start a clothing line or offer clothing branding services, but we opened up our first shop on December 12th of 2020. So we did not want to miss the Christmas season. We were still waiting on our laser. We knew it was a couple of months out still. So I went and I ordered a heat press. I started using vinyl, then I got into sublimation. The only thing with sublimation is that it doesn't print white ink, and you're limited to the materials that you can personalize. So sublimation, you have to have it at least 65% polyester, a light colored clothing. You can't sublimate on black material, so that was a big downfall. it has to be polyester. You can't do cotton. You can't do anything else besides polyester. So eventually, when our clothing sales started to come in more often, we grew our brands. We worked with companies. We made our own business clothing. We started a brand your business, kind of like a brand your business trend, I guess. So we had a lot of companies reach out to us that wanted hats, keychains, t-shirts. So all that was done at that time using our sublimation printer. But again, limited to colors and material. So eventually, again, I wanted to not have any limitations, so I began looking into DTF and DTG machines. So I went with the DTF machine. So what that is a direct-to-film printer. So you have inks, it prints onto a film, you then cure it, and it's ready to press right onto your material of any kind, any color. So that's a Sassy takes on the Big Land Trapper t-shirt. We are his sole merchandise providers. We also have the beanie. We do hoodies, hats, socks.
Book bags.
Book bags, yeah, there's not too much that we can't
Lunch
do
bags,
with it.
you name it.
Yeah, and a DTF printer so it's, you use it with fabric. So I can even make colored keychain racks because this DTF will adhere, using a heat press, will adhere to wood, leather. This is a leather patch that we put the DTF design on. So yeah, again, clothing is a really big part of our business right now. And I mean, everybody wears clothes, so it just made sense for us to go in and get the piece of equipment then that would allow me to not be limited as to what I could do then with custom apparel. So, number 3?
On to number 3.
All right, our number 3 product, awards. Awards have become very popular. We have, again, a big range of different types of awards. We have retirement, we have employee recognition. An employee reaches 10 or 15, 20, 25, even more years. They like to be recognized, and plaques are always something that companies come in looking for to just show appreciation. So the first we have is just the traditional plaques. We get these in a bunch of sizes. Sometimes they are just for one person. We put brass plaques on these that I either sublimate or Dwayne can engrave. So we have the option for it to be in full color or just traditional engraving. Then we also sometimes engrave directly into the plaque depending on the customer's preference, I guess. And then moving further away from that, we're finding now, I don't think plaques will ever fully go away, but we are finding a lot of people are looking for things that are more not so traditional, I guess, and a little bit more, I don't know.
Elaborate?
Yeah, so that brings us to some of our acrylic awards that we do.
But yeah, so these are just some higher end awards that look really nice when you get the company logo and everything put in there, and just shows you kind of where you can start, just a base of some plaques, and then you can get into some medals and stuff. But we've got a wide range of different things that we do, literally hundreds probably of items, but these are just a couple of show, some lower level and some higher level. And a lot of things that we do with our plaques too is, like Rayanne mentioned, is the color and stuff. And a lot of the times I'll do the engraving and leave the place for her to put the plaque. So it's almost like a dual effort there. And I think that's what makes us, I guess, so successful in what we do, is that we're always constantly working together and brainstorming on different things that we're doing. So, and using both of our technical sides, because I tried the clothing when we were first started, and it's not good. Clothing's not for me. So we'll stick with the plaques, and I'll do what I do best, I guess.
Yes. So, and another thing with these plaques, it's a way to help, or a way to actually bring return customers back. So we've done the bigger plaques like this that have, it could be like a memorial tournament. So every year then they come back to get us to put the plate on for that year. So we have plaques that are dated 25 years out. So we know that as long as that tournament goes ahead, they will always come back to us to attach their new plate for that year. We have quite a few of those customers,
Wow.
and that's just an idea for you if you want to start out in the award business. Another thing with this, with the capabilities we have to custom cut shapes, add full color using our direct to fabric or direct to film printer, our sublimation printer, and also just plain engraving or the engraving onto materials. We also make a lot of custom standing acrylic plaques, wooden plaques. People really love the custom part of it. So just for an example, we had a husky race, a committee that came to us. So we made a cutout, an engraving of a husky head, and then it sat in its own base and it had the winners engraved underneath. So that's just an example of some of the custom things that we do that you could do. We do car show awards for the folks in Labrador City. We've been doing them now for the last 3 or 4 years. And we always make those custom, different every year. So it just added to that show. They're finding that it's growing. People are really excited to get those awards every year. And yeah, so it just shows you, again, that we're not just doing just the regular plaques that are one size, that are just plain engraved or plain sublimated, but then we're doing custom awards and recognition gifts as well.
So yeah, so we're on to number 4.
Number 4.
So number 4 is memorials and life celebrations, and this is probably one of our biggest as well that we sell at our shop. So these are just cross plaques that we've done, and this is just out of our sheet stock stuff that we use, our black acrylic. So these are just one item that we do, but memorials and life celebrations, and there's so much profitability in that. I know that we don't like to use that word when we talk about memorials and stuff, but at the same time, it's just working with your clients and just building that relationship with your client is the most important, especially when you get into memorials and life celebrations. And really being that sentimental one that they can open up to, and especially if you're putting in the time with your clients and actually there to care for them and actually design something specifically to what they're looking for. So
So for these ones here, these are probably the smallest memorials that we make. These are meant to go on a cross because in most regions or
mostly anywhere.
yeah, especially if you're living in a place like us where there is a lot of frost in the ground during the winter, so a large headstone cannot be laid for at least a year. So these serve as, everybody wants to have their family members, their graves marked with something. Nobody wants it standing there unmarked. So these are a great option for someone that wants to put up a cross. Then we also do smaller memorials that are made from slate that also serves as the purpose just to have something on the grave. And eventually people want to put full headstones up. So we also offer that. And we are able to offer the smallest to the largest using our AP laser. And we also do a lot of times if a customer comes in, they order a memorial. If it has a photo on it, we will also include keychains just as a thank you and a memento, and just the whole process of from start to finish is closure for the family. So we just like to, I guess, add a little thank you at the end and just something for them to hold on to of their loved one. So now memorials and life celebrations isn't all just for memorials. Life celebration also includes celebrating. So a lot of the material we use for memorials, we also use for congratulation gifts, anniversaries, birthdays with photos. The number one thing that our customers want is photos, and it's just something that they want to bring that moment back. And by us engraving photos onto material for them, or cups, or anything, especially memorials, plaques, it's just a way for them to relive that moment, and we're so glad that we have the ability to do that for them.
And when clients come in and see that finished product, I think that you can see the closure in their faces, and you can see the happiness that they've got this final piece that they can put there. So photos, their favorite sayings that you're going to personalize, is just the personalization aspect of things. So I think that it's just the feeling that you get when you give that customer closure, it makes you feel good. So I think that's a lot of the things that we do, because we both feel like that, right?
Yes.
So
like over the years, we've really built, to us, customers aren't just customers, we've built relationships with so many people from all walks of life. So we're really grateful for that. And we have people that come to us when they're celebrating something. We have people come to us again when they're mourning a loss. So one customer comes, and over the years, we do the things that are hard in life, the things that they want to celebrate, and they continue to return to us because we have that connection.
Exactly.
So that is, when you're in this kind of business, I guess it's an emotional market, so there's highs and there are lows, and you get to be there for them all. So yeah, number 5.
we're on the number 5. Start again.
Okay, our final and last product is going to be keychains. Even though it's the smallest product, these keychains are one of our most popular requests. So we do these with wood. We have black acrylic here. We do clear acrylic. We use the sublimation, and we also do leather keychains. So everybody owns keys, and keychains are affordable in bulk quantities, and we have the ability to cut custom sizes like this. This is a map of our province where we live. So it makes it very unique, personal, and a lot of times we will plan out projects if we're doing something big on our maple sheets. Dwayne will know, like this, if there's anything left over, that will be used later to create custom keychains. So a lot of it has my artwork on it, but not always. Someone might come in with their own artwork. We've done business logos, magnets as well. Any bit of our leftover materials, we really hate to waste material. We hate to throw anything out that can be useful. It's just always how we've been, and smaller footprint, I guess. But so we try to use every bit of the material that we have to create something that can be used and unique, and ultimately to just fill the walls in our store, because the amount of keychains that we sell on average is a lot. So yeah,
in thousands for sure. And just having your keychains personalized, like this is just a generic thing here on this keychain. You probably can't see it too well, but add a name in there, do whatever. Same thing on this keychain. We've got Labrador in there, but you can add George in there if you wanted, and just make it personal to that person. This is a cute little drawing of Rayanne's, just an Inuit kiss. Add a couple's name in there. Like, it's just, opportunities are endless. So it's just putting that personal touch on things and making it tailored to the customer and making a finished product.
So that is a rundown of our 5 most popular products, how we came to begin making them, how we expanded, how we grew our business. We didn't start out and have the ability to do all of this. It came over time, and it came with a lot of trial and error. It came with a lot of failures. Yeah, but we just kept going, I guess. And when one thing worked, but we knew it could work better, we just kept going. And eventually, when we could, we upgraded equipment. And we just kept learning. So we're still doing that every day. We're learning how to do things better. We're learning how to grow our business. We're learning how to
Promote our business.
promote our business. That is actually a big goal of ours this year, was to promote more, because we felt like we should have less customers walk into our shop and say, I didn't know you were here. So we knew promoting our business was a priority. So I think we're doing an okay job of that. We have a lot of support behind us, and we're glad you're here. So,
If you want to see more unique products that we do, subscribe to our channel.
yeah, because we'll be back every week with new videos and tutorials, and just here to let you share along in our journey. So again, yeah, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.